We're back to look at more base game traits, and more specifically a range of different interactions and features that are enabled by them in The Sims 4. We are going to look at 33 more quickfire trait tips, and do know that I'll have a link to part 1 covering other base game traits in the description. Let's start out with Childish Sims, and Sims teenager and older who have this trait will be able to play with a wide array of infant, toddler, and child-specific toys. And this even extends to include giant stuffed animals and doll houses too. Playing with these toys can lead to your Childish Sim receiving a playful +2 moodlet. On top of this, Childish Sims can play in tents and treehouse enclosures as well. Next is that Childish Sims will receive a happy moodlet after hugging an oversized stuffed animal, and sometimes even an inspired moodlet from playing with them. On top of this, they can interact with them to raise their fun and social need while even establishing a relationship with them. Moving on, and Childish Sims can sometimes gain a happy +2 moodlet for 3 hours after watching the Kids Network TV channel for a little while. Next is that Sims who have the Goofball trait will randomly gain a +1 playful moodlet for 4 hours from time to time. Sims with the family-oriented trait will gain a happy moodlet when interacting with family members. Sims who have the hates children trait will get a tense moodlet when they are close by to a child Sim, and if they remain nearby them for a while, then this will turn into an angry moodlet. They'll also get a tense moodlet when they are close to toddlers and infants, and they can even feel tense in rooms filled with child and toddler things. Do note that from my experience, these negative moodlets don't seem to come into effect with household members. Also know that if a Sim who hates children hangs out in a space without child Sims, then they can sometimes get a happy moodlet. Sims who hate children will gain a tense moodlet after trying for a baby. They will also get a happy moodlet if they fail a pregnancy test, and if they alternatively do get pregnant, then they will be tense throughout their pregnancy. Let's live our best solo life now as a loner. Sims who have the loner trait will gain a happy moodlet when they are alone, but on the flip side, they will gain a tense moodlet when they're around other Sims that they don't know. Loner Sims are also immune to the sad moodlet that Sims can get when their social need is incredibly low. From time to time, hot-headed Sims will gain a random angry +1 moodlet for 4 hours. Now for jealous Sims, and Sims who have this trait will get a tense +1 insecure moodlet if they haven't hung out with their significant other for a while. While this moodlet can be quite long, the time on it will drastically reduce if you spend time with your significant other. Jealous Sims will also gain a confident moodlet when spending time interacting with their significant other. A jealous Sim may also experience an uncomfortable moodlet if their significant other is chatting with another Sim nearby them, and if this continues and becomes a bit flirty, then the jealous Sim can get a very strong angry moodlet. If a loyal Sim is romantic with someone who isn't their partner, then they will gain a tense +3 moodlet which lasts for 2 days. They can clear this early if they confess cheating to their partner, located in romantic interactions. But note that this will cause both Sims in the relationship to experience strong sad moodlets for a few days, and likely even spark a negative sentiment whereby your Sim feels furious about the cheating. If a loyal Sim has been faithful to their partner for a decent period of time, then they will gain a confident +3 moodlet that lasts for a decent amount of time. Loyal Sims can also get a happy moodlet just from being around close friends. Non-committal Sims will periodically get a tense moodlet if they've been in the same career for a long time, and conversely, they will get a strong happy moodlet after quitting a career. Non-committal Sims will also gain a tense moodlet from time to time when in a long-term relationship, and upon breaking up with a Sim, they'll get a strong happy moodlet, as they are thrilled to be single once again. This one is a little anecdotal, but I really feel that non-committal Sims will reject proposals much more often than Sims who don't have this trait, to the point where sometimes I would have to change my Sims traits to finally get the ring on the finger. Sims who love the outdoors will often gain a happy moodlet when spending some time outside, but on the other end, if they spend too long inside, then they'll gain a tense moodlet due to being cooped up. Now for creative Sims, who can randomly get an inspired +1 moodlet for 4 hours. However, note that if Sims with this trait haven't done anything creative for a while, then they will become tense. On top of this, creative Sims will gain fun from painting. Art lover Sims are able to admire art, and this interaction will raise their fun need, before they then gain a strong inspired +2 moodlet that can last for either 4 or 8 hours. Sims with the music lover trait are able to use a stereo to listen deeply to music. This will increase their fun need a little and give them an inspired moodlet. Next is that music lover Sims will often gain a happy moodlet while playing various instruments, and this moodlet lasts for a few hours after you stop playing them. Now for the vegetarian trait. Vegetarian Sims will gain a happy moodlet from eating high quality vegetarian dishes, but on the flip side, if they eat a dish that contains meat, then they'll gain a strong sad moodlet while eating it, and once they finish it, they'll then gain an uncomfortable moodlet for a short while. Sims with the foodie trait will gain a strong happy moodlet from eating high quality food, and from my experience, food needs to be both excellent quality and require a high cooking level to make in order to count. On the flip side, if your Sim eats a dish that is poor quality, then they will gain a rather strong uncomfortable moodlet. Note that these moodlets apply to drinks as well as food. Using a television, foodie Sims can also watch cooking shows for ideas. Once done, this gives them an inspired +2 moodlet for 4 hours. Next, under the web section of a computer, foodie Sims can look for new recipe ideas, which also provides an inspired +2 moodlet for 4 hours. Materialistic Sims will be able to admire objects that they have recently purchased, which can provide a happy moodlet for a few hours, and generally speaking, more expensive objects will spark stronger happy moodlets. On the flip side, materialistic Sims will get a tense moodlet due to their stale surroundings if they haven't purchased anything new for a long period of time. Ambitious Sims will gain a happy +3 moodlet following a promotion, compared to a +1 moodlet for Sims who don't have the ambitious trait. Next is that ambitious Sims will gain stronger negative embarrassed moodlets if demoted, and stronger negative sad moodlets if fired when compared to regular Sims. On top of this, if an ambitious Sim is unemployed for a while, then they will gain a tense moodlet as well. Finally, the outgoing trait. And Sims who have this trait will see their social need decay a little bit more quickly than other Sims. From my testing, this decay isn't a lot faster though. Outgoing Sims will get more powerful moodlets from friendly socialization, but they'll also get worse sad moodlets if their social need drops too low. And with that, we're at the end. That's 33 quickfire trait tips that are handy to know about in The Sims 4. If you enjoyed or found this helpful, then please subscribe and leave a like. I would really appreciate it, and have an amazing day. See you later!